Hi, it's Linda with No Frills ASMR. I was making a video and I had a coughing fit, so I had to stop. And I know some people have these magical things they hit that stops and starts. I don't have that. I'm very lo-fi. So I'm back. Maybe we'll skip and go up to where the less political stuff is. Can you believe how much information? I mean, this is just one section of the newspaper, and it's like 15 pages. I mean, it was a big news day, I suppose, but I would like to see, like, where's the movie section? Oh, what is this? Hold on. Something about cars, you guys know. My 1974 Chevrolet Vega burned because of an electrical defect about 4 months ago. I'm still haggling with my insurance company over the amount of money I should get to replace it. They are offering $2,450, but I think I'll need more money to buy a comparable replacement. Can you help? Offer was bumped to $25.75 after Action Line's call, and you grabbed it. This was after 3 dealers said Vegas were available for original offer, and insurance commission ruled you were getting a fair shake. What are they saying? Dealership auction line talked to all agreed a $25.75 settlement would net you a used 74 Vega with AM radio, white walls, tinted windshield, and hydromatic transmission. Michael Chupa of Metro Claim Service, outfit that handles claims for American Fidelity Fire Insurance, wasn't crazy about the idea of giving you more dough because he felt you lied about what was in the car when it burned. Adjuster never found trace of 2 suits, 2 dresses, sunglasses, or tennis racket you asked payment for, even though car was swept. Wow, they call this dude out. That's funny. How many days a year does the temperature in Detroit reach 90 degrees? Growing up there, not very many. I don't recall it getting that hot that would be very unusual. Depends where in Detroit you're talking about. East area, close to your home, average 15 days a year over 90. Okay, that's more than I thought. Average drops to 11 days near metro airport cities. What? I'm sorry, near metro airport. Cities recorded 8 over 90 scorchers so far this summer, all in July. Normal averages for 90 plus days is 4 in July, 3 in August. Hottest day ever in Michigan was July 13th, 1936, when red line on thermometer didn't stop until it hit 112 degrees. Coldest day happened February 9th of 1934, when temperatures plummeted to 54 degrees below zero in Vanderbilt. What? In Michigan? Where's Vanderbilt? If that's in the Upper Peninsula, I believe it, but otherwise that's crazy. Folks who are at their best when temperature reaches 90 should head west. In Arizona, Tucson averages 140 days over 90, and Yuma 168 degrees. Whew. It's too complicated a story to tell, but a bulldozer fell off my car last September. The car is fixed now, but I can't get Richard Buick Body Shop. They call out these places. It's like how you call people out on Twitter. I can't get Buick Body Shop in Grosse Pointe Park to give it a proper paint job. They've tried since June 24th, and it still isn't painted right. Can you do something? Hold on, I gotta take a drink. I'm hoping I don't cough again. Okay. paint job now meets your approval. First time car was painted job was so messy it couldn't be buffed. Second and third tries failed when wrong color and wrong type of paint were used. To complicate things, guys who started working on car June 24th was hurt on the job. That means car sat untouched for 2 weeks. Richard Buick, owner Dick Kranjenke, apologized for inconvenience, provided free loaner until job was done. After Action Line explained how unhappy you were with services. Wow, we need an Action Line. Okay, this guy says, I sell garden produce at Eastern Market, which is a big market near Detroit. Since we rent our stalls from the city of Detroit, you'd think the least they could do is clean the place once in a while. Oh. Every morning when I arrive, there's garbage and broken wine bottles all over. It looked so bad one day last week that I swept it myself. Can you get something done about this? Sorry, I gotta just take a couple of breaths. I have a little trouble catching my breath. Victor Rogers, supervisor of markets for Detroit, said areas cleaned every day, but admitted operation hadn't been up to par recently. Rogers blamed performance on fact that crew assigned to the area has been short 4 men for the past 2 weeks. Work crews has 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. shift, so most of the debris you see when arriving before daylight is left over from the night before. Seems impromptu wine drinking is popular pastime after Eastern Market closes up shop. Action Line asked Mayor's office to keep close eye on cleanup activities from now on, just in case junk isn't being removed. I think it's Action Lines. They're pretty good. I have to have a haul, so I'm just afraid I'm gonna start coughing on you. What is this one? The Screen Actors Guild is holding its annual picnic this Sunday, and we need a rope for tug of war. Can you help us find one? That's funny. May the best tugger team win. Hold on. Okay. Official rope will be the same one Detroit Police Department's tug of war team uses. Okay. It's 120 feet long, 2 inches in diameter, and can accommodate 15 pullers on each side. They put the rope in mothballs until next year before Action Lines go. That's my throat. They lost 2 out of 2 polls in Toronto last weekend. Tug of war used to be at every picnic you'd go to as a kid. I can't think of the last time we did tug of war. Okay, so he tells you all about the police department winning tug of war, but nowhere does he tell you where to get a rope. So Action Line did not help. Yeah, nothing to help. Here's a sound off. The question. Federal Reserve Board Chairman Arthur Burns proposed a plan to create 800,000 jobs at a cost of $4 billion if unemployment in the U.S. goes above 6%. Should the government spend money to create jobs? And then how you voted. Yes, 65.4% said yes. No, 34.6% said no. Yes, it's better than having more money allotted for welfare. I've been out of work for a year. It's about time the U.S. government does something for their own instead of everyone overseas. I'd rather see money spent on jobs than on some foreign dictator. And then the no says, not until all the help wanted ads are answered. If the government cuts back on imports, there'd be plenty of jobs. Created jobs are worthless. People should be trained for long-range work. I don't want my taxes raised to pay all those salaries. Like, really? Nothing changes, man. Like the issues, you know. The only thing I haven't seen a lot of is about immigration and this, but it was an issue back then. Nixon to resign at noon today. Cites good of nation. Okay. Last day private as Nixon quits. An ad for Kmart. What do we have? Aquanet, yes, for 44 cents. Do you know that? I still have, and it's not even old, I have a new can of Aquanet. Because I was testing out different Stronghold Airsprays, and I was like, you know what used to be the best? Aquanet. But it was for I don't remember, something. Now I'm trying to find a really good hairspray that, like, I can brush, but it'll still hold the curl. I think Nexus is the best so far. What else is here? Colgate, 57 cents. Johnson's baby shampoo, $1.31. Breck rinse, that was a shampoo, 63 cents. Cotton balls, 33 cents. Band-Aids, 33 cents. Wipe and dipe. What? Vaseline something. I don't know. It must have been a wipe, like a baby wipe. It says, picking new vice president high on Ford's priority list. Ex-Governor Rockefeller, who is still a center of power and thought in the Republican Party. I assume he's related to the Rockefeller. Senator Scott, whose appointment might boost Senator Griffin to the top leadership in the U.S. Senate. Tune in their hidden thoughts. What is this? A young divorcee explaining her refrigerator. I'm the doggy bag queen. My fridge looks like an aluminum foil mine. All are parts of the great dinners I didn't finish. I live off them. When you date a lot of people, they take you out to eat in lots of fancy restaurants. I always order much more than I can eat and take the leftovers home. Oh my God. There must be 20 ways to eat a cold steak. Italian food is the hardest to do this with, and Chinese is a close second. Well, that's interesting. I would think it'd be easy to take Italian food home. Of course, you didn't have a microwave, so you'd have to reheat it in the oven. I don't even understand. This is tune into their hidden thoughts. Oh, so it's kind of like, what's that? Yeah, okay, so this is stuff people don't tell anybody publicly. I just wonder with these how much is made up even back then. But hold on. I can't wait for this cold to go away. Let's see what other ones. This is kind of fun. Okay. She's a middle-aged actress and film star complaining about her competition. It It's these new young actresses that frustrate us so. Somehow we've bred out of society young women with physical problems, bulges, lumps, and fatty thighs. These young actresses have perfect bodies, and their skin is so tight I wish it would choke them. The problems. They are the same. A young man peddling flowers and candy at a street intersection says, "Have you ever looked into 100 blank faces and blank eyes? They don't listen, and some don't even look at you. I get a feeling that a lot of them think it's a ripoff, and that we aren't representing a legal fundraising group. Women buy before men, and blacks buy before whites. Blacks seem more inclined to support small charities rather than the big ones." Okay. This is another person. In her early 50s, she's the mother of one of the big rock stars. Okay. In her early 50s, she's the mother of one of the big rock stars. Okay. Out of Detroit. In the 70s, she's the mother of one of the big rock stars. Could it be Kiss? Could it be Ted Nugent? Could it be... Probably Ted. Bob Seger, 74, that's pretty early. I never knew what he was all about. The music, the clothes, the hair. I just never understood it. The only thing I did know was that it was all he wanted, all he would do, and all he could do. You want your child to be a doctor, a professional man, not someone who spent a life working for someone else. I can't believe the money figures he tosses around that his records and concerts make. He's happy and must make a lot of people happy too. I'm happy that he's happy, but I still don't understand how this whole rock thing works." All right, somebody do the math. This paper is from 1974. In her early 50s, she's the mother of one of the rock stars. The big rock stars. And it's from Detroit. Who is her son, who's a big rock star? He's already big in 74. And had hair. She didn't understand the hair. She's a worker. Oh. Okay. I had to pre-read it just to make sure I wasn't going to say anything I don't want to say. She's a worker with... Okay, here's the word we don't use anymore. Children with disabilities. And conducts their field trips. The thing that disturbs me the most is the way the public treats our little parade when we go somewhere. You would think we were our lepers. They back off, stand back, avert their eyes, generally try to pretend we are not even there. And all these kids want is someone to just look at them and smile. That's all. But they scare normal people because normal people can't understand abnormal people. A very successful businessman and bachelor. He's also a garage sale freak. What do I possibly find at garage sales? Women. Oh my God. It's the greatest place to meet new females. Some, of course, are happily married, but some are just bored to death with their lot in life. You can tell by the way a woman shops. Someone can feel and look at clothes and never see them. These are the bored ones. Going through those shopping sublimation, I can't think of the word, motions. They are the ones dying to talk to someone beside kids and service people. What did he just say? Oh, I'm sorry. I read that wrong. I have a dirty mind or something. I read that wrong. It is. They're the ones dying to talk to someone besides kids and service people. Right. He's an auto factory line worker in his late 20s. I get stoned. Grass, a joint every morning before I go to work. It makes everything more sufferable. And I never yet have had it bother me. My job is fairly complex, but it becomes very routine once you get the hang of it. We'll also hit on a joint during a break. After a while, you don't even hear the constant pounding sound. Yeah, auto factory line worker. You do the same motion over and over. Yeah, once your muscle memory's got it down, you probably... After working long and hard for women's liberation, this woman has a new view of her husband. Uh-oh. What do you do? Most men are hooked, tied, chained, enslaved to their jobs, keeping us the most protected, supported women in the world. Well, I can tell you this. I don't want my husband working this hard, and I've told him so. And when he says I'm doing it for you and the kids, I tell him that the kids and I don't want it. If you don't like what you're doing, quit it and do something you like. Everybody in the family can work. He says the man has to do all the work. He's a former White House aide in 2 different administrations. Sorry. I started reading this other one, but I want to make sure. 28 Sizzlers. We've got an Admiral portable TV for $74. The cart for it for $128. Ooh, a Cape Heart stereo with 2 speakers for $50. Let's look. What's the good stereo? They seem to all have... Oh yeah, I remember this store. Highland Appliance. Cape Heart stereo mod with built-in 8-track tape. $100. Lloyd's 4-channel quad sound system. Bargain. $229. What is this one? Toyo. We're like the big name brands. 8-track system makes own tapes. What? $229. What does it mean? Happy State GOP looks to forward for 74 campaign help. Okay. Soft and sweatery. Winkleman's. Yeah, I remember Winkleman's. We used to shop there. My mom was a businesswoman of sorts. She was a lawyer. So she would wear, really nice clothes, fancy clothes. So we would shop there. Economic woes will continue to haunt nation under Ford. Yeah. New York bank loans up to $73 million a week. Oh, yeah. Wealth tax for Britain? ? At this time, there was Chancellor Dennis Healey. In case you were wondering, dollar gains in Europe. Economies in a mess. It isn't all Nixon's fault. And then here's where you have your stocks, the New York Stock Exchange. And so every weekday, you could go look up, your stocks and see if they went up or down. And this is the bid and the asks. So they have all the different exchanges in here. So you did have to, and then you'd call your broker if you wanted to sell or buy. I even don't know exactly how that worked, because by the time I started investing, well, I did own one stock kind of early on because my mom gave me, I think it was Dean Foods. She gave me like a certain amount of Dean Foods and a certain amount of, not, just a little bit of Detroit Edison. And they were old school, like paper stocks. I'm trying to remember how that worked. I don't know. But by the time I really started investing like myself, there was kind of basic internet. I don't think I started investing until I was like 28. Yeah, I don't think so. So I think I had an E-Trade account or something like that. I don't know if that's what it was, but it was saying like that. Like that may have been one of the early ones you could have. But I remember my parents checking this. Oh, look, sex. Oh my God. Sex, power, prestige, and 25 miles per gallon. Here it is, the Toyota Celica GT 5-speed. See how much car your money can buy. Toyota. Small car specialist for 40 years. I like the way they put, they're like, what sells in America? Sex. Okay, put that as the first one. 25 miles per gallon? Honest. That's what average people averaged driving the Celica GT on city streets, mountain roads, and freeways in a 7,500-mile test conducted by an independent laboratory. What you get depends on how you drive, whether you carry rocks in the trunk, and other variables. So they explain the prestige. They explain the power. Oh, here we go. Sex, we think it's a boy. Hardy har. So they explain all the different things. Okay. Uh-oh, what's this dirtbag? Hitler's youth leader, Schirach, is that how you said? Dead at 67 in Bonn, Germany. Baldur von Schirach, I don't know, the Nazi youth leader who boasted that in time he would have every German infant saying Heil Hitler while still in its cradle, died in a village hotel Thursday. He was 67. Bye-bye. What is... Oof. I don't know. I won't read that. Sorry. Frank's. I think this is Frank's Nursery and Crafts. I used to love going in that store because they had like a greenhouse area. And in the middle of the winter in Michigan, to go in there and feel the warmth and smell all the oxygen from the plants, it was like my favorite thing. I loved going there. Dinner invitation. These are, what did they call these? Like dinner cocktail rings or something. Invite her to dinner, and what a more delightful way to start off an evening, an enchantment, than with a diamond dinner ring from Rose. Wow. Sapphire center with 16 diamonds outside, $800. Or a diamond cluster ring worth 1 3/4 carat is $900. Killer Henley hears sentence 594 years. Do we read it? Is it too true crimey? What do we think? Ooh, Kentucky Fried Chicken. I could go for Kentucky Fried Chicken. I haven't had that in 30 years. Seriously, I don't even know when I've last had that. Let's see. San Antonio, Texas. Elmer Wayne Henley. Who is this, guys? Is this going to be really bad? Okay. Skip like 30 seconds if you don't want to hear this. Elmer Wayne Henry, 18. Henley was formerly sentenced Thursday to 6 consecutive 99-year prison terms for his role in the... What? What is this? I don't even know this crime. All right, if you're back, skip another 30 seconds. Okay, 6 consecutive 99-year prison terms for his role in the slaying of 27 youths, the largest mass murder case in recent history. The sentence total 594 years, the maximum Henley could receive. What happened? They don't tell you what happened. I'm going to have to look this guy up. Okay, somebody in the comments if you know about, I'm sure there are true crimies on here. Elmer Wayne Henley, he was only 18 in Texas. And let me know what is going on. what is going on? Cemetery Road's proposed closing prompts lawsuit. Just a plain country girl, Betty Ford. Well, we all know her. I assume the clinics weren't open yet when I guess that probably came after. Oh, well, maybe not. Because she admits some faults. Who is Betty Bloomer Ford? Is she an all-American wife and mother? Well, pretty much. She isn't glamorous like Jackie Kennedy. Although at 55, she still has the bone structure and figure of a high fashion model she used to be. She doesn't have a pet issue like Lady Bird Johnson's beautification crusade, although she has been an active supporter of the National Endowment for Arts. A former dancer who studied under Martha Graham and Charles Weidman, she has maintained an interest in ballet and still enjoys social dancing. Yeah, they don't say anything because she has all the Betty Ford clinics. So I don't know when those happened. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, well. What is this? Projections at Hudson's. Mr. and Mrs. Wallace Riley were among the partygoers. Imperfection makes a person sexy. A chipped tooth, one tooth lapping over the other, or a space between teeth is the kind of unique irregularity that can do it. Okay. Somebody's got a tooth thing. Sexual enjoyment should be balanced. I don't know if I should. I would read all this. Maybe I'll do a special episode reading that. Because I got yelled at one time for it. Oh, shoot. You never know what's going to upset people. The Nixon women, they kept the faith to the end. Oh, yeah. Pat, that's her name, right? Pat Nixon. I couldn't think of it earlier. I don't know. Crowley's. I remember Crowley's. First aid for crabgrass. Clout. Backyard fountain delights and refreshes. Ford City, sad but proud. Drought expected to limit exports of American grain. Ethan Allen home fashion sale. Ooh, look, Barbie Beauty Center, $9.88. Ooh, and Farmer See and Say. For all those. Oh, here's the movies. Okay. What were the big movies? The Education of Sonny Carson. Trying to make sure I'm breathing here. Okay. Golden Needles, The Lords of Flatbush. I don't know any of these, you guys. Herbie the Love Bug, The Resurrection of Eve with Marilyn Chambers. Okay, Together, it's summer's wildest fun shows. Sutherland and Gould do it to the CIA as spies. Oh no, I'm gonna cough. Hold on. Okay, guys, sorry, I have to go.